Hello everyone. In this video we are going to discuss about abstract class. We are going to see what is an abstract class and what has to be done to create an abstract class and what you cannot do in an abstract class. First we will see the definition. An abstract class is the one that simply represents a concept. So it is mainly used to represent some concept. You can say it is a template. Okay, it is an incomplete class which has to be completed by using the subclasses which is inherited from the abstract class. And you cannot create an object for the abstract class. So objects cannot be created for the abstract class. You can it is not like a super class where you can create an object. It cannot be done, and then it can be created by using the keyword abstract. So we are going to see how to do that. So you can see a normal class has been converted into an abstract class by giving a keyword abstract here. Okay, and then you can type the program. Okay, you can use data members, you can use member methods, all that, and then you can compile it and come out of it. You can see that the icon has been changed into an abstract class here. Okay, it will look little different from the other classes. Now you are going to see what is an abstract method. Abstract methods are methods with no method statement. That means you cannot have a body for this method. So how to create it is, you can create it using an abstract keyword and then a method and then complete it by a semicolon. That means you cannot have a body here. Okay, so this body can be created in the subclasses. That means it is an incomplete class. Okay, now you can go to the subclasses, inherit the abstract class, and then you can complete this display method. So we are going to see how to do that. So this is subclass. Okay, circle is the class name and which extends from the superclass abstract. Okay, that is abstract class. Now you can have a data member and then you have an method to calculate the area of the circle. So after that you are going to return the value into the display method, and you can see that it has been displayed. So this display method is compulsory to use it in this subclass because it is inherited from this abstract class. Okay, if you don't use this display method which has been defined in this abstract class, then you will get an error method. So we are going to see all that with an live example. Then after that you are going to create a main method, and then you are going to you can create an object for the subclasses, not for the abstract class. You cannot create an object for an abstract class. You can create it only for the subclass circle, and then you can invoke both calc area and display so that you will get an output. Now you are going to see a live example what cannot be done in an abstract class. So these are the three classes I have created. First one is the abstract class, and then a subclass, and then a main class. So we are going to see what cannot be done in abstract class. So you can see abstract keyword has been used for the class shape, and then here what you can do is you can create a data member, and also you can create a member method that is optional to create. Okay, but you cannot create a body if the object, that is if an abstract method is created. Say you can see abstract keyword is used for display, and I used a body, that means I use some statement inside. So I am going to compile this. You can see abstract methods cannot have a body. That means you cannot have a body for an abstract class. It is an incomplete method. So you have to put a semicolon and then close. You can see now it has been removed. That is, it is not a body anymore. Now I am compiling it. Okay, so you can see no syntax error. So it is what you cannot do. Okay, what you can do is you can create abstract keyword, make it an abstract class, and then you should have an abstract method which is incomplete. Okay, which can be defined in the subclass. So since there is no syntax error, we will go to the next one. Now we are going to go to the circle, that is the subclass. Now what you cannot do here is, say suppose I am disabling this display. It is said that you should have display method because it is defined in the shape, that is abstract class. Now I am disabling it and executing it. I am compiling this program. Now you can see circle is not abstract and does not override abstract method display in shape. That means you cannot override this display method since this circle is not an abstract class. So if you want to execute this program without any problem, then you have to create this class also as an abstract class. Then you don't have a problem. You can define an incomplete method. But here, since it is a normal subclass, okay, which is not an abstract class, you cannot override by omitting this display method. So you have to complete the display method in the subclass so that the program should work properly. And also you can see that I have just called the I call the show method using the super keyword. So it works like normal super classes where you can execute the other methods, but the main purpose of the abstract class is to complete it in the subclasses and then execute it. So you can see that this void display method should be used in a subclass. Now I am compiling it, you don't have any problem. Okay. Next is the main method. So in main method, what I am doing, what I have done is I have created an object for shape and also for circle. So as per the definition, there cannot be any object. You cannot create an object for the abstract class. So I am compiling it. You can see shape is abstract, cannot be instantiated. That means you cannot create an object for the abstract class. Okay. You can create only for the subclasses, and then you can call the abstract methods from the subclass. So I am going to compile this. Okay, no syntax errors. Now I am going to execute the program. You can see the normal method which has been displayed in the abstract class. Okay, in show. Okay, you add a method called show where you add this statement which has been displayed, and then you can see the subclass method has been executed. Okay, so this is what you can do it in the abstract method. Hope you understood about abstract classes. We will meet in the next video. Till then, thank you.